Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Raid Shadow Legends. And today is Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. TGIF, because today we have the Champion Chase event, which we've all been waiting for Mavera, right? We need to get some of these epic fragments for this Champion Chase tournament, and I'm going to let you in on a little bit of a secret as to how you can get this done a little bit quicker, because or maybe not quicker, but easier for sure. It might not be quicker. We'll go over this though. But you can see the milestones are in game right now. And there's 2,500. Sorry, at 2,500 points, you get 25 fragments for the epic. And then they're instead of two different milestones, they're putting it in bulk, where you do need to get to 5,500 points for 50 fragments. Now, I'm going to be talking about what I'm going to be doing for this event, and I'm going to share what else you could be doing for this. I also have a Prism Shard from earlier on in the week that is saved as well, so we'll see whether or not we get lucky on anything there. I forgot who was in there. It was like one of the Argonites and Wixwell and stuff like that. We'll see whether or not I get lucky today. Now, before we get started with the rest of the video, I do want to remind people that if you haven't started playing Raid yet, what are you waiting for? Download using that QR code in the top right hand of the screen to get Thol and Foulbeard at the start. And then we have Stag Knight, and this one's a little bit new. We have Allure and Farrakhan the Fat at accounts level 10, 20, and 30. We've replaced Rector Draft for Allure this time around. Also, don't forget that you can get the Void Legendary support to Hanorach by using the promo code Desert Queen in the first 48 hours of a brand new account. I also want to tell you guys about something that you might have noticed probably between logging in. We have this new Community Weeks gift. So this is a freebie that's going to be available for the next 2 weeks or so. You can see here up in the top left corner. So make sure that you do claim this. Get a free legendary book, a Primal Shard, 100 epic Forge Pass mats. So this is okay, and the other stuff there. So pretty good for the next 7 days. It's a 7-day login calendar, so make sure you grab that to get the free stuff. You start with the legendary book. I actually just very quickly, I want to talk about that relic crafting, because that's a very specific set of, I believe, is it in the events actually? I think it's in the events, in the Forge Pass, right? I'm pretty sure it's this. So you might have a chance to get one of these two, the Andromeda's Diadem, the Exile's Crown. I actually got really, really lucky, and I don't know where. I have one copy of Blades of Akamori. I never bought the Platinum Pass for this kind of stuff. So yeah, you never know. You might get lucky. You're probably not getting any of these reds, but you could get a yellow like I did. Otherwise, you're probably going to get one of these other forges, these relics by the end of that. So there we go. Okay, so we're going to pull that Prism Shard here at the start of the video. I kind of thought, it's going to, there's a 94% chance that I get an epic. But yes, we got a Beer and Gary. That's unfortunate. 250 points. Now, here's what I want to talk about, right? So we have boosted Sacred Shards for 2x for this event, and you have a 10x chance of getting this guy, which honestly, Fimo the Shepherd, I don't think he's very good. Maybe you might use him when Argonite Crypts come out, but otherwise, I don't think that his kit's very good. It's very meh. Like you could get a really good epic that probably does similar to what he does. So as far as a standalone character, he's not that good. Sacred Shard 2x is very unfortunate as well, because the bare minimum points that you're going to get per Sacred Shard is 250. Right? So if you were just pulling from scratch, the Champion Chase would then take you 10 Sacred Shards, right? And there's a chance that could happen, because, the chance of a legendary is 12%, but also at the same time, you would have to hit your Mercy to potentially get a legendary. So this is very, very bad value. And if you wanted to get up to the 5,500 points, it's even worse, right? I mean, like, you probably would hit your Mercy once or twice, so maybe you get like 1,000 points there. But yeah, it's not easy. This Champion Chase is not easy for a lot of people. I don't think that you should be dipping into Sacred Shards unless you are really desperate. So I'm going to tell you guys what I'm going to be doing, and this is, again, not going to be super quick for some people. Now, if you have any fragment summons, you should do this now. So this is something immediately that you should already have. You might even be able to, by the end of Champion Chase, get a third whatever her name is, because there's a gear enhancement that is also starting today. Or maybe already started. No, it starts later. So that's another 25 fragments that's going to be coming from this gear enhancement. And if you do the gear hunters as well, if you happen to do this kind of quickly, like, you should be able to get most of your fragment summons that you should be summoning now. So this is going to be an extra 250 points per per summon. So that's good, right? You're going to get an extra 500 to 700. This is basically equivalent to pulling a Sacred Shard, more or less, right? So I'm going to pull these, and I'm going to level them up as part of the champion training as well. I still have to do a little bit more on the champion training, and so I'll get 25 fragments from the champion training once I level up these characters, because I need to fuse them up for the fusion, right? So that's going to get me some points there, so that's helpful. So that's an extra 500, maybe 750 once I get this one done here. So that'll help you go there a little bit faster. And so after doing that, right, you can pull some others, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I don't know. I have this Scion Epic. I'm going to pull him, and that's an extra 250 points, because this is one of the worst champion chases that I've seen in some time, right? So if you have any fragment summons to summon, now probably would be the time to do it. If you have any remnant summons, which I do not, I'm about 20 points away from one of those, you could do this for an extra 250, maybe more, right? If you get lucky on a Void Epic, that's 350 points, and a Mythical for that. If you have any Broadmaw Epic fusions, you could do this. This would be another 350 points as well. I'm actually out of these Arbalesters because I pulled all of my Broadmaws during the Bayek champion chase for his 5 red souls. So I'm pretty broke when it comes to a lot of my other stuff. So what did that even, just that stuff, get me there? Some of you might have more of a heads up, or not heads up, but like a head start, if you will. So I got to about 1,000 points there. So I need to get another 1,500 points, because I've been doing all of my events like a good boy, and so I don't actually need to get the additional 50 fragments. Now, I feel kind of bad for people if you are aiming to get the 5,500 points, because that is a lot. But I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do to bridge the gap here. I'm actually going to be pulling mystery shards. I have actually mentioned mystery shards in the past, as they're like what I call the green premium gems, because they actually give you a lot more value than you think, right? And I don't want to pull my sacred shards. I want to see, I have 47 sacred shards, but honestly, I really don't want to pull them, because I just don't think they're good point values here for the champion chase. So instead, and frankly, I don't want to pull any of these others. Usually the best time is like when you get like a Void Shard 2x. These are like the best champion chases, because you're going to get a bare minimum of 50 points from I'm pretty sure it's 50 points, right, for a Void rare. So you're getting good value. Like 5 Void Shards is equivalent to a Sacred, even on the rare pulls, right? And if you get an Epic, you're getting way more. So some good value on Void Shards, but not today. And Ancient Shards I wouldn't mind either, because they're just overall less value than a Sacred Shard. But if you're desperate, you could do this. Otherwise, I would dip into your Mystery Shards. And I'm going to show you, because we're going to pull 10x right now. And I'm going to show you the quick way to do this. But here, just pulling that, you're going to get 10 tournament points. You're getting one for the greens. I think if you pull a blue, you get 10 points, right? So you might actually get it a little bit quicker, right? A regular blue is 10. Now, it's not a super amazing chance to pull a blue. It's only 1.4%. But when you're pulling a lot of them, like, you are eventually going to hit there. Now, this is slow, right? If you're on the iOS, I'm pretty sure you have to do this just like I'm showing you here, which is just you have to wait. You could click actually to get it go a bit faster. But by and large, you kind of have to do this. If you're on Android, and if you're definitely on PC, you can do this quicker by hitting the Summon 10x button and then hitting the Escape button, and you automatically get the points. You don't really see what you pulled. Not a big deal. If you pulled a rare, you would have seen it to be a bit higher than that. And I think there's a way you could skip this on Android, but I'll admit I'm not an Android user, so I don't know. But this is something that you can do. Make sure that you expand your reserve vault a little bit here. And I'm looking for more food in general. So I'm looking to keep more greens and more blues for my champion training, because I'm actually really low on this anyways. So this is the perfect time for you to look. I have all these 3-star 30s. You can see this 30s, 30s, all these 30s maxed out, but I don't have enough food for them to eat in order to actually upgrade their rank to 4-star. So I actually really need to get my greens up to 3-star. And then I need to get some more blues, right? So this is the perfect time to actually pull these out of the mystery shards. Now, I'm going to be pulling anywhere in the realm of like 1,500 to 2,000 mystery shards, right? So obviously that my reserve vault is going to hurt. So after I do enough of these, I'm going to show you. I'm going to do this a bunch of times. I'm going to do this. And anytime that I see more than 10 tournament points, it should be also 19. So I probably pulled the rare in here, at least one rare, right? So we'll go a little bit faster. 19. Hey, that's pretty good. Considering it's 19 again. Wow, considering it's like a 1.9% chance. Right? Do this a couple of times. Obviously, it's not going to be fast. But then when I get to a certain point, like, your reserve vault is going to start filling up. And so normally at this point, what I would do is I would choose a character that you're wanting to level up. Whoever that happens to be, right? Like, I don't know. Do I have a character 2 levels on Ethlin and Balf the Rancid? So I would go into my tavern, go to upgrade level, do instant upgrade. Now, when you do this, though, include reserve vault, it's going to actually include all of your grays first. So all those 1-star champions that you probably don't need, you could trash those. Keep the greens, keep the blues until you start really filling up. But otherwise, you can trash the grays first. I call them grays, the commons, right? And so it's going to prioritize those for leveling up. So I'm going to do that. Make sure it doesn't eat too many of your greens. Get to level 50 that way. And then basically I run down my reserve vault a little bit more, go back to the summoning thing, summon 10x, right? And I keep doing this a little bit more. Obviously, my reserve vault still has a lot of space, so I can keep doing this for a while before I have to go level up another character. But that's basically how I'm going to consume those grays. Keep as many greens and blue, and definitely the blues, as you possibly can. Anytime I see 19 or more, right, that's going to be that I summoned a blue. So this might actually not be as painful as I thought, because anytime I get that blue, that's worth like 10 mystery shards, right? Like getting lucky on a blue from a mystery shard is going to get you some additional points. So obviously this is going to take some time, right? But this is the easiest way to not consume any sacred shards so that you can save those for future events, right? Next Titan event, next fusion event, whatever that happens to be, there will be better value than this champion chase tournament, right? I'm already at 1300. That was only 300 points that I actually just summoned there. So I need to do a little bit more. I am going to be going to 2,500, but I think that I'm going to be getting an extra epic also from the fusions, right? You need to eventually summon all 4 of those epics, so maybe I need to account for that as well. So maybe I actually only need to go to 2,000, and then the rest should be done through this. Although I think I need this to summon it, so it might be a bit of a mismatch there in the points. I think I do need this in order to get my last epic fusion, so I probably will have to go to, I'll eventually hit 2,750, right? Because I think that I will have to get this before I can fuse them, so that's the unfortunate part. But regardless, I'd rather much use my mystery shards here to get this cleared than dip into my sacred shards. It's just not good value. The character sucks, right? Like if it was a better character, maybe I would have considered it, but I really don't like him, and I don't think he's good value for you guys. So that's why I wanted to share it with the channel here, right? And see that if there's another better way to do it, and I think there is, honestly. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. This is how I'm going to be running my champion chase, and I think it's going to help a lot of people save some of their more valuable resources going forward. Now, before we end the video, of course, remind you about Tholen Foulbeard, absolutely free. Use the QR code in the top right hand of the screen, and the following epics. We have Stag Knight, we have Allure now at level 20, and we have also Barracan the Fat. Amazing start here at accounts level 10, 20, and 30. And don't forget that we also have the Void Legendary Support Champion, Tahanarak. And all you got to do is use the promo code Desert Queen within the first 48 hours of a brand new account. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Champion Chase. And I'll see you guys all on the next video.
And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.